Hey there, friends and viewers. This is Hengest with TGN.TV. I got another PvP video for you. You know you're excited. But first things first, let me address this Hengest versus Towley, director versus director stuff that everybody seems to be freaking out about. That duel we did, I gotta say, guys, I'm pretty disappointed in my fans. Because if you've been watching my videos for a couple months, you know that, come on now, I didn't even use Berserk in that duel. Use your eyes, guys. Not to degrade what happened at all, but we didn't show the ending because we don't want to divide the audiences, guys. We don't want people to say, oh, Hengest is so much better than Towley, or Hengest, you blow, Towley kicks your ass. We're trying to unite the fan bases here, guys. And just right off the bat, Towley is probably the best prop pally I've ever faced. And I'm fairly certain he has good things to say about me as well. So, none of that, guys. It wasn't an entirely serious duel. It was meant to entertain, and I think it accomplished just that. So no more flaming, please. Now, for today's subject, I have a arena video for you today. Told you I'd be doing some arena stuff. It's a 2v2. This time, I got a rogue partner. His name's Sparky Death. And we're just going to go through, I think, maybe 6 matches. Post-commentary. My words per minute in this video are pretty darn high. Just because I get pretty excited when I do post commentaries these days. And yeah, I'm gonna walk you through it. It's gonna be like a first person type deal, so you can really get into the shoes of me when I'm playing. And right off the bat, before you guys start flaming me yet again, I'm just starting to get back into arenas. My MMR is around 15 or 1600, I believe, so I'm not playing at super high level. And that's just because I haven't been interested in it. I just want to get the gear, to be honest with you. So enough of that. There are still skilled players that do these arenas like myself. And if you don't believe so, you can go shoo, okay? I'm tired of this. The last arena video I posted, people were flaming me because I was saying that prop pally was skilled, and he definitely was. It's so insulting for people to put down players that actually put in the effort and care about what they're doing. Not everyone is an all-star player, but you don't have to be. If you're playing at a 1600 rating, it doesn't mean you're not a good player. So that's a little disclaimer. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Have a great time watching. It's about 13 minutes, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so right off the bat here, we can see that there's a restoration shaman. And because the shaman has no mark of the wild, we automatically default to it either being an invisible mage, a hunter that's camouflaged, or a rogue. But my pro instincts tell me that it's a rogue, so I go ahead and I open with a pounce on this shaman, and then wait for the rogue to reveal itself, but it doesn't come. And right after my pounce is over, my partner opens with a garrote, and the shaman has absolutely no chance that he could have done anything against that. Even if he had triggered out of my pounce, he still would have had the silence from the garrote, and we would have been able to kick or skull bash any cast he may have done. So he actually went down in about, 8 seconds or so. And the rogue didn't even have time to react to save his partner. So now we're just looking around for this rogue. It's really a waste of our time, and we will just fast forward. So like the turd he is, this rogue farts around and he makes us wait until the shadow sight is available to reveal him. And as soon as I click it, I see him coming at us from this bridge over here, right there, and I open with a fairy fire and a feral charge simultaneously. Now he's totally screwed. Even got Nature's Grasp there with a bash, and then my partner opens on him and he goes down in a matter of seconds. So that was a very one-sided, a great example of what exactly this combo can do to a healer that is undergeared or just doesn't have a partner that's paying attention very well. Alright, so in this next match we can see that there is no visible opponents like our team. And right off the bat, I'm thinking either our same comp or perhaps 2 rogues or maybe even a rogue resto druid. But shortly afterward, I discovered that the mage is actually invisible, and there she just revealed herself. It's a frost mage, and I can see that she is pretty undergeared. Just by the stamina pool alone, you can tell. And then you check out her gear models and realize she's wearing PvP gear for the most part, so she must just have low resilience. And when I pounce on her, I get off that Ravage before she can even blink away, and I can see that she is a low resilience target, and I just want to blow her up. But this rogue, this goblin rogue behind me, opens up really hard on me, and I take a lot more damage than I expected. clearly much more experienced of a player than his partner, but still wearing mostly PvE gear, dealing crazy amounts of damage, but taking it in as well. So look at him. He's got his combat readiness up, his recuperate. This guy's not messing around. He just pulled off a great vanish. And I realized my partner just got deep frozen. So I come over and I skull bash this mage to finish her off. And I realize, okay, can't mess around. These guys are decent. I have to eliminate that mage as a threat. And the bleeds combined with my partner's shadow step take her down. And then it's pretty much over. I just got to be careful not to get killed by this rogue, who happens to be rather skilled. And there we go. He goes down like nothing. Okay, so we actually got grouped up with the same team again. And I decided to show another one because Frost Mage Subtlety Rogue is one of the strongest 2v2 DPS combos in the game. So I just want to show how we can defeat that with our Feral Rogue combo. Now, it doesn't take me long to realize that it's the same mage as before. And then I make the decision that the Rogue is much more of a threat than this character here. So I wait for him to open. And it just so happens that my partner finds him after that sap. There we go. And I decide to open on that rogue with a 22k Ravage. Realize that even this guy has less resilience than his partner. But his playstyle is very aggressive and he's dealing a lot of damage. So I keep focusing him down. I realize if I take this guy down, then the mage is going to pose no threat to me. And there he goes. He runs off with his evasion, his combat readiness, and his recuperate all up at once. But he's trying to escape Hengest, and that's just not a possibility. So I pop my dash, and I chase him down. He realizes that he can't get away, and he pops a smoke screen, tries to pull off a vanish, because he just cloaked that fairy fire, but it's too much. The Riptych finishes him off, and all we have left is the mage and an ice block. That perfect use of the trinket there, literally less than half a second after I was deep frozen, I was able to use that trinket and just get out of it. Totally threw that mage off guard, and she has no chance of survival now. Just gets owned by the two of us. Great match there. Okay, so for this next match, we notice right off the bat that there is a disciplined priest here who is exceptionally geared. I can tell that because her stamina values are high, but so is her mana pool. You can only achieve that stamina value through PvE gear, a full vicious set. Granted, she has fortitude buffed and everything, but it's pretty clear to me that she is hardcore. So right off the bat, I can also notice that there's a hunter in here because he's thrown up flares and he didn't have his camouflage active right off the bat. And so we make the decision to wait it out because camouflage is a 1 minute duration and just take down this hunter because I don't want to spend 2 minutes taking down that disc priest when the hunter's probably going to deal devastating damage and he can be neutralized very easily if you get in his melee range off the start. So he keeps throwing up flares in the perfect spots. This team clearly no amateurs, and I decide that I'm going to have to go down there and make something happen. Can't wait around for his camouflage all day. And I just see where he is because his partner casts a bubble on him. So I wait out the duration of this last flare. And then right when it goes away, I pop my dash right here. And I run in there. Running into open with a mangle on that hunter. I don't really have another option because he's camouflaged. I can't pounce on him. And then he turns himself around wisely, gets me with a powerful Chimera shot there for 24k. I return the favor with a nice Ravage and 5-point rip, then apply my Cyclone to the priest. She got off about 2 to 3 heals on that hunter, and he's just taking a ton of damage now. He just uses deterrence at the perfect timing. Pain suppression goes on the hunter. Get the blind on the priest. I break it because I think that hunter's dead. Perfect feign death there. Literally, like 1% health. He used a feign death, but luckily I had that 5-point rip on him, and the last tick took him down. That could have been game-changing right there. And of course, I don't want to spend 5 minutes killing this disc priest. Luckily, she just leaves the match, and there you have it. Okay, this next match, we are going to go up against what I thought at first glance was a Restoration Shaman, but I realized she's got a lightning shield, not a water shield, and also a geared Unholy Death Knight. So right off the bat, I know that Elemental Shaman have very little survivability in 1v1 or in PvP in general, so I can't charge her because she's behind the box. Just run right in there with a pounce and a berserk. I'm out for blood. I'm going to take this guy down really quick. I get Chains of Ice, don't even power shift out of it. Then stunned by the ghoul, go into my Feral Charge, Ravage, and apply my 5-point rip. But I don't realize just how much devastating damage this Death Knight is dealing to me. The Unholy burst damage is just through the roof. You can see how much damage I'm taking with the necrotic strike, and I'm not healing through my frenzied regeneration. But I realized I got to get away from this guy. I should have used my Nature's Grasp there, help my partner finish off that elemental shaman with a feral charge and a mangle, and I got to do something, otherwise I'm going to go down this Death Knight with his overpowered unholy heals. If I don't stay alive, he could take down my partner as well, so I got to do something. I use my feral movement speed, get a snare on him, his anti-magic shield too late for that rogue's poison, and there he goes with his overpowered heals yet again. So if I don't move, I'm going to die, and there's a good chance that he'll be able to take down my partner, because rogues are just not good against Death Knights. And so I just run away in cat form, put up some more life blooms. He hasn't been using Necrotic Strike on me, and now I can see he's worn down. He used his pet's ability there, but it's too late. He's lost too much health, and that is game. Okay, this next match, we notice that it is a Restoration Shaman and an Arms Warrior. I can tell he's arms because he's not dual wielding. Okay, and I realize that this shaman is geared, but he's my only option because we cannot be fighting that warrior when he's being healed. So I run in with my berserk and a feral charge, open with a pounce, a nice ravage there, and before this warrior can even tell what's going on, I hit him with his cyclone. There we go. My partner opens on the shaman with a garrote, and he's in big trouble now. I start shredding, hit him with a perfect 5-point maim, try to finish the job here, build up 5 more combo points, and go in for a ferocious bite, but miraculously he survives that influx of damage. Look at that healing from those dots. And boy, oh boy, this warrior is upset with me. He comes in. I go in for a bear form bash, but he's immune because of the diminishing returns after being stunned so many times by my partner and I try to finish him off yet again, but he's just so resilient. And now I realize that this warrior is doing dangerous damage to me, so I need to step out and reevaluate the situation. Hit him with the cyclone there, put up 3 stacks of my life bloom. Here he comes in with a big heroic leap, and he's out for my blood like I killed his family. I don't know what this guy's problem is. It's not in his best interest to be attacking a bear who has kiting capabilities through the roof when my partner is nailing his healer. It's just strange selection of priorities there. And there we go, finally finish off that Restoration Shaman with a nice kidney shot by my partner. And yet again, this warrior is out for my blood. He knows the match is over, but I just find it funny that he stayed on me the whole match. So I step out and just try to figure out what's going on in this guy's head. Is he still going to attack me when he's being owned by a rogue from behind? But it's pointless really, because my partner did a great job of that stun lock. So I charge in for another ravage and finish the job with a nice ferocious bite there. That was a fantastic match. Great job. Okay, so I threw this match in here for just kicks and giggles. This is an example of a team that is trying to carry one of the partners. Here we have a geared single-wielding Frost Death Knight trying to carry a Frost Mage. I realize what's going on. I jump in, I pounce on this mage, open up on him with some huge values, get a 5-point rip, and before the Death Knight even realizes what's happening, gets cycloned, open with a garrote on that mage, and the mage goes down in like 6 seconds total. The Death Knight could have done nothing to save his partner there. Mage could have ice blocked or blinked, did something, but I just thought it was hilarious how quickly he got blown up. It was ridiculous. And so this Frost Death Knight, he's out, he's angry, clearly geared with an anti-magic shield. Not really sure what that's all about. Going for a 5-point ferocious bite for 14k, indicative of his resilience level. My partner steals both kills. I'm flaming him in Skype right now. That was a fun match. Okay, so for this last match, I forgot to start recording from the beginning, but I'd show it anyway because it's a good one. It's against an Affliction Warlock and a Subtlety Rogue. So I open on the Warlock with my regular Charge Pounce Rake, and then I apply my 5-point rip right there, and then shortly after I get opened on by the Subtlety Rogue. Use my trinket to get out of that stun. The Warlock's portal totally threw me off. I didn't see where he placed that. I spent about 3 minutes looking around for him, relocate him, and then I get feared plus chain stun by this rogue. I'm taking a lot of damage, but this Warlock is not getting away from me. If he's allowed to do damage, he can heal up, and I need to take him down ASAP. My partner is blind right now. I charge this rogue, get him out of my face. I accidentally break the blind, lack of communication there. And I'm back on this Warlock yet again. He uses his portal to great effect, perfect timing, but he's not going to escape me. He tries to drain my life. Please, not going to drain my life. I'm the epitome of life. Get feared yet again. Oh, and he spams another fear at me, but the diminishing returns overcome that duration. And there we have 5 combo points built. I decide to go with a maim and then just shred him for the finish. Nice little number there. I see my partner's getting owned over here, I'm very low on health with dots on me. if I allow my partner to die, there's a chance I could go down due to good use of recuperation by this Night Elf rogue here. And so I put up my 5-point rip right there. He just used the vanish and tried to reopen on my partner. I cyclone to save my partner, put out 3 stacks of life bloom, as well as a rejuvenate, and I even, the generous player I am, throw him a regrowth. Swell job. I at the expense of forgetting to place a fairy fire on that rogue. So she's able to vanish yet again, and it's pretty much over at this point. There's my fairy fire, a charge with a nice ravage. Although she's got her combat readiness stacked to 5 and it doesn't do that much damage at all. Finish her off anyways with a nice ferocious bite. Really great match there. So guys, that does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys want to see from me in the future. And of course, if you can't get enough Hengest, check out my personal channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.